Hazard reduction burns have long been a tool in managing bushfires. But how do they really work? Also known as prescribed or controlled burns, they are targeted burns aimed at reducing the fuel load on the ground. They are conducted in winter or outside the fire season when conditions are safe.
The fuel has to be the right moisture content. It's not too dry where it'll actually really burn quickly. It's not too wet so it won't burn. There has to be the right weather conditions, which calls for high humidity in the air to keep the fuel from drying out, and low wind, because wind will make the fires move much more quickly.
These very specific conditions limit the number of days in a year that are suitable to conduct hazard reduction burns. It is also important to remember that hazard reduction does not prevent bushfires from starting or from burning through an area.
Hazard reduction burning will never stop a bushfire. The idea of a hazard reduction is to have strategic places where the fire behaviour may become more manageable so the bushfires can be managed.
And in catastrophic rated fire conditions, the surface fuel available makes next to no difference. Bushfires will spread anyway.
The fires are going to burn wherever there is fuel. Fuel reduction burning doesn't take that fuel away. It takes it away at the surface, but a good fuel reduction burn will not go into the canopy of the trees. So that's fuel that will be there to burn.
Not to be confused with hazard reduction burning is backburning, which is conducted during an active fire ahead of the fire front.
And the idea there is to burn from a well-contained vegetation line and burning back into where the fire's burning to try and reduce the fuel so that it more or less puts itself out.
As the climate changes, future summers are expected to be hotter and drier, meaning catastrophic rated bushfires may become more common. Hazard reduction is just one aspect of managing their devastating impact.
One of the solutions would be to understand how ecosystems are changing and just have a greater understanding of how resilient or not our vegetation is. At the moment it's quite resilient because it can recover from bushfires, but when do we get to the point where there's been so many fires, so many droughts that our vegetation can't recover anymore, our ecosystems just can't handle it anymore? Understanding when that is and what we can do about it is crucial.
The Australian Academy of Science, because questions need answers.